Namaskar and welcome to Sunset Television. I am Vishal Dahiya and you're watching our special show House Highlights, where we bring you details of the transactions in both houses of parliament, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, during the winter session. Let's first begin with the headlines. Suspension of 12 Rajya Sabha MPs will not be revoked, says Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu, underscores their lack of remorse on indiscipline, asserts that action is in accordance with the rules and procedures of the upper house. Union Minister Kiren Rijiju introduces the High Court and Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of service Amendment Bill 2021 in Lok Sabha. Speaker Om Birla says discussion on the bill only if decorum is maintained in the House. No reported cases of Omicron variant of COVID-19 in India. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Mansukh Mandaviya informs Upper House that officials are immediately checking suspicious cases. And no move to ban advertisements endorsing cryptocurrency. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman calls market risky, says government working on bill to regulate it. Let's now take a look at all these issues in detail. Now, the suspension of 12 MPs for unruly conduct on 11th of August will not be revoked. Stating this in the Upper House today, Rajya Sabha Chairman Venkaiah Naidu asserted that the suspensions were in accordance with the rules and procedures of the House.
As soon as the House met for the day, Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge urged that the suspension of the 12 members that were effected on Monday be revoked.
The suspension of any member, there are two parameters which have to be adhered to. Firstly, the naming of the members by a chairman is required prior to their suspension. Only thereafter, the motion of suspension of members so named can be moved. More importantly, this procedure is relevant only on the date of occurrence of the alleged disregard or disorderly conduct of a member. Yesterday, the motion for suspension of members was moved by the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs for their alleged disorderly conduct which took place during the previous session. In the present case, none of the 12 members had been named on that particular day, bringing forward a motion to suspend the members months after the day of occurrence of alleged disorderly conduct is not in order.
Right, sir. Once I heard you in rapt attention.
Violation of the rules.
Right. I heard you, Khargeji, please.
This suspension of 12 members may kindly be revoked. I request you, sir.
Please.
And no, we came to your house. And, sir, 1 minute. We all members came to your house. We requested you to revoke it, and it has been done selectively. There are some members, nothing to do with this. But this incident happened in last session. How can you take this?
Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu replied that the members had not shown any remorse for their acts of indiscipline. He asserted that the chairman and the House are empowered to take action.
Rajya Sabha is empowered. 256, 259, 266, even other residuary powers also. Chairman can take action and also the House can take action. What happened yesterday is not chairman taking action. It is the House, after a resolution is moved, that has taken action. 10th August, go through the records. If you want, I will ask that to be released again. 10th, we have named members. On 10th, we have named members. We have requested them also to go to their respective seats. I appealed. Please, Ramesh. When the chair is speaking, you are not supposed to disturb him. I heard the LOP. Right. Okay, these people on 10th August go through the proceedings of the House. The deputy chairman made appeal number of times. Sometimes even took the names also. Later also it was in the bulletin also it was published about the people who are engaged in this act. And 11th, no, you say no. See, you try to mislead the House, you disturbed the House, you ransacked the table, and you also throw the papers on the chair, and also you have got, some of them have gone down to the table, and then you are giving me lessons. You are giving me lessons. You are giving me lessons. So this is not the way. It was the motion was moved, it was approved, action is taken, it is final. If the members who have committed this sacrilege against the House, they have not expressed any remorse. On the other hand, they are justifying. And so I don't think the appeal of the leader of opposition is worth considering. I am not considering it at all.
12 opposition members were suspended on Monday for the rest of the winter session. The government brought the motion of suspension under Rule 256, Clause 2 that was put to vote by the deputy chairman. The action was in response to an unruly, violent and intentional attack on security personnel on the last day of the previous monsoon session. The House noted that it had lowered the dignity and brought disrepute to the august institution. Kriti Mishra's report for Sunset TV.
Leader of Rajya Sabha Piyush Goyal asked the suspended MPs to apologize for their alleged misconduct. He asserted that the suspended MPs almost attacked the chair, damaged Parliament property and attacked marshals on the last day of the monsoon session. He also pointed out that the opposition did not let Prime Minister Narendra Modi introduce new cabinet ministers and showed disregard to many women members who were being introduced or inducted.
सदन का निर्णय है कि 12 एमपी जाएं, लेकिन मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगा माननीय अध्यक्ष जी कि ये पूरा सदन चाहता है कि सब हमारे माननीय सदस्य भाई बहन आए, सदन की कार्रवाई अच्छी तरीके से चले, वो माफी मांगे। जो गलत काम, गलती किसी से भी हो सकती है, जब गलती होती है तो बड़प्पन इसी में है कि आप उस गलती का एहसास करते हुए क्षमा मांग सकते हैं।
Opposition members staged a walkout in both the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha to protest against the suspension of 12 MPs from the upper house on Monday. 8 MPs, led by Congress Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge, later met Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu and urged him to revoke the suspensions. Naidu reportedly told them that it may not be possible without the proper functioning of the House and an expression of sincere regret for their misconduct. In the Lok Sabha, Speaker Om Birla held a meeting with opposition MPs, after which the matter was resolved and the House proceedings resumed. The government has taken no decision to ban advertisements endorsing cryptocurrency. Calling the crypto market a risky area, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman told Rajya Sabha that the market is operating in an inadequate regulatory framework. She said the government is working on a new bill as well.
The issues pertaining to regulatory capacities and also the fact that it is proliferated in the last 2-3 years are well taken note of, and I can only go that far to say we've had extensive discussions on this. So I would request the honourable member to kindly wait to see what is going in the bill. Through the SEBI, through the RBI and through once, I think, Government of India, there have been statements issued and also fairly awareness building attempt has been made to say that this is a risky area and people who are going in there be conscious as to what you're doing, and also said that this is an area yet not in complete regulatory framework.
तो इसके एडवर्टाइजमेंट बहुत आ रहे हैं और हमारे नौजवान साथी उसमें पैसा लगा रहे हैं, तो क्या भारत सरकार ऐसा कर रही है? इन जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट आ रहे हैं इनको बंद करने का कोई उपाय हो सकता है? तब तक
बंद करने का उपाय अभी तक कुछ नहीं है, मगर ज़रूर कॉशन देने का, युवाओं को इस विषय में जो रिस्क है उस विषय में ध्यान दिलाने के लिए कदम उठा रहे हैं सरकार के द्वारा, सेबी के द्वारा, आरबीआई के द्वारा। जैसे मैंने कहा, इससे और अधिक मात्रा में वो कर सकते हैं, मगर अब हम इस कगार पर आ गए हैं कि हमारे बिल जल्दी आने वाला है।
Now on to the COVID-19 pandemic. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia has said that no case of the new COVID variant Omicron has been reported in any part of the country. He was replying to a question in the Rajya Sabha. Mandavia said so far the new variant had been reported in 14 countries. The central government has issued an advisory on this and has increased monitoring at airports.
कि ओमिक्रॉन वेरिएंट अभी दुनिया के 14 कंट्री में पाया गया है और यहाँ उसका अभ्यास हो रहा है। इंडिया में अभी उसका कोई केस रिपोर्ट नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन दुनिया में जिस तरह से इस वायरस के संदर्भ में हमें सूचना मिली है उसको देखते हुए एक एडवाइजरी भी डिक्लेयर की गई है। पोर्ट पर हमने भी देखरेख रखना शुरू कर दिया है। कोई भी ऐसे संदिग्ध केस है तो उसको तुरंत ही चेक करके उसको जीनोमिक सीक्वेंसेस भी करा रहे हैं।
Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said that the government is ready to take up important bills on Wednesday, since the opposition has already mentioned that it would boycott the proceedings for a day. He asserted that the government wants constructive debate and discussion inside the parliament.
माननीय डिप्टी चेयरमैन साहब, आपने अभी जो कहा कि अपोजिशन के साथ नेता सदन और हम सब मिलकर बातचीत करें, तो वो भावना मद्देनज़र रखते हुए मैं आपसे ये निवेदन करता हूँ, डैम सेफ्टी बिल एक बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट बिल है। माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो सरकार है, हम भी बिना अपोजिशन हम चलाना नहीं चाहते हैं। हमको कंस्ट्रक्टिव सजेशन चाहिए, कंस्ट्रक्टिव क्रिटिसिज्म के लिए हम ओपन है। हम कभी भी, जब लास्ट टाइम मानसून सत्र चला तब भी हमने बिना चर्चा चलाने का हमारा कई मकसद नहीं था। इवन एज ए पार्टी ऑल्सो, आवर पार्टी इज द मोस्ट डेमोक्रेटिक पार्टी इन दिस कंट्री, हैविंग द मैंडेट ऑल्सो, द पीपल सपोर्ट ऑल्सो, वी आर डेमोक्रेटिक एंड आवर लीडर इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी डेमोक्रेटिक। तो इसलिए मैं, आपका अनुमति है तो मैं निवेदन करना चाहता हूँ, जहाँ तक मुझे इन्फॉर्मेशन है, एज फार एज आई हैव द इन्फॉर्मेशन, अपोजिशन हैज़ बाइकॉटेड फॉर ए डे। तो इसलिए अगर वो कल आ रहे तो लेट अस वेट, हम सरकार इंतज़ार करने के लिए तैयार है। हम ये डिस्कशन, जो डैम सेफ्टी बिल का डिस्कशन है, हम कल ले सकते हैं।
During the 0 hour in Rajya Sabha, many issues of public importance were raised. Member V. Vijay Sai Reddy sought financial assistance for Andhra Pradesh to repair the damage caused by heavy rains and floods. Member G.K. Vasan expressed concern over the loss of livelihoods, crops and properties caused by heavy rainfall in Tamil Nadu. Member Amar Patnaik wanted Manrega allocations increased for Odisha. Let's take a look.
Heavy rains triggered the depression over Bay of Bengal on 8th November, led to flash floods and wreaked the havoc in Rayalaseema and south coastal districts of Andhra Pradesh. The unprecedented rains and floods caused breaches to the reservoirs, thereby inundated the villages and towns in Andhra Pradesh. Roads, bridges, railway tracks were extensively damaged. Electricity utilities have been uprooted. Houses were either washed away or inundated in flood waters, rendering thousands of people homeless. So far, 44 people have died and 16 are reported missing, and about 70,000 persons have been displaced from their homes. Farmers also have suffered huge losses since the crop.
Chennai has not seen such a rain for 100 years, sir. Chennai and surroundings. The northern districts of Chennai, like Chengalpattu, Kanchipuram, Thiruvallur, have received heavy rainfall. Lakes and reservoirs have been overflowing, sir. The streets of Chennai
that has been disposed of.
The Kaveri Delta has been completely damaged.
Please,
the farmers are suffering today,
sir. This is a public issue
because of
floods.
continuous rain. The southern districts like Thoothukudi, Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli, Ramanathapuram has also not been spared, sir. Schools and colleges have been continuously
No,
closed.
please go to your seats.
Roads and bridges
Please go. This
have
is
been
what is
damaged,
order of
sir.
democracy.
Sir, though
This
the
is
central government
this is what has happened earlier.
Since
Go to your
the right
seats.
time,
Go
the
to
Tamil
your
Nadu
seats.
government needs
Don't
assistance,
precipitate
sir.
further action.
It is a challenging
Don't
job
precipitate
for
further
the
action.
Tamil
Go
Nadu,
to your
sir.
seats.
I request the central government's team to come again and inspect, sir, and restore normalcy by giving financial aid to Tamil Nadu.
Even though the economic recovery is taking shape in the form of, it's disputable whether it is V or K, but the fact remains that the pressure on rural jobs has increased all over the country. The people's demand for jobs under NREGA has actually increased manifold. In Orissa, we have seen that compared to 1920, 2021, the increase is to the extent of 81%. So much so that we have been able to create about 20 lakh crore man-days of job in 2021. In 21-22, the Honorable Chief Minister of Orissa, Sri Naveen Patnaik, has made a suggestion to a request to the central government that we need at least 25 lakh crore man-days of labor budget to be made for Orissa. We would request the central government to kindly consider this particular demand of the state of Orissa, because not only are the urban jobs decreased, the people who had migrated, they have not yet left for the places where they are earlier migrated. Therefore, we hope.
Besides zero-hour mentions, the upper house also took up several special mentions. Member Seema Dwivedi sought an early resolution of the All India strike by junior doctors. Member Vishamba Prasad Nishad called for restoration of the old pension scheme for government employees, and member Ramnath Thakur urged the government to formulate a policy to grant bail to under trials in jail. Let's listen.
सर ये सारे जूनियर डॉक्टर्स कर चुके हैं और डॉक्टरों के हड़ताल पर जाने से अस्पताल एवं मरीजों के ऊपर संकट की स्थिति पैदा हो गई है। मरीजों का उपचार सही ढंग से नहीं हो पा रहा है। डॉक्टरों का कहना है कि नीट एवं पीजी की परीक्षा का परिणाम घोषित न होने के कारण उनके ऊपर बहुत भार पड़ गया है। लंबे समय तक कार्य करने से डॉक्टरों का स्वास्थ्य खराब हो रहा है तथा उनको चिकित्सा का सही ज्ञान भी नहीं हो पाने के कारण उनका भविष्य अच्छा नहीं हो रहा है। यह भी कहना है कि JR फर्स्ट के न आने के कारण JR 2 के बच्चे बेड से लेकर खून एकत्रित करना एवं केवल मरीजों की जांच पड़ताल के अलावा मरीजों का ऑपरेशन एवं उनका इलाज सही ढंग से नहीं हो पा रहा है, जिसका उनका
देश के सरकारी कर्मचारियों को पुरानी पेंशन योजना OPS के लाभ से 1 जनवरी 2004 से वंचित कर दिया गया है। इस पेंशन योजना को समाप्त करने के बाद सरकारी नई पेंशन योजना NPS लागू किया। इसमें कर्मचारी अपने अंश राशि को देकर निजी कंपनी के जरिए पेंशन प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। नतीजतन कर्मचारियों के सेवानिवृत्ति के बाद उन्हें अधिक कम पेंशन प्राप्त होने वाला है। इसे देखते हुए सरकारी कर्मचारी अपने बुढ़ापे को लेकर चिंतित है। पुरानी पेंशन योजना OPS ऐसी स्कीम थी जिसके तहत सभी पेंशन धारकों को महंगाई में भी पर्याप्त धनराशि गुजारे लायक मिल जाती थी, पर ये नई पेंशन योजना महंगाई के इस दौर में गुजारे लायक नहीं है।
भारतीय जेलों में वर्तमान में तकरीबन 70% विचाराधीन कैदी हैं जो लंबे समय से जमानत की आस जो रहे हैं। कुछ ऐसे विचाराधीन कैदी हैं जिन पर जो धाराएं लगी हैं उन धाराओं में जितनी सज़ा हो सकती है उससे अधिक वे कैदी के रूप में गुजार चुके हैं। विशेषज्ञ मानते हैं कि जमानत का कोई तय फार्मूला नहीं है, जिसके कारण निरंतर विचाराधीन कैदियों की संख्या में बढ़ोतरी हो रही है। जाहिर सी बात है कि जेलों में जितने प्रतिशत विचाराधीन बंदी बढ़ेंगे उतना ही जेलों के खर्चों में वृद्धि होगा। ऐसी हालत में आरोपियों की जमानत में विलंब से संविधान के अनुच्छेद 21 में दर्ज व्यक्ति की स्वतंत्रता के बुनियादी अधिकारों का हनन हो रहा है।
Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu on Tuesday apprised the members about the decisions taken in the Business Advisory Committee. Now, the upper house will take up detailed discussions on various bills and statutory resolutions moved by the members.
I have to inform the members Business Advisory Committee, in its meeting held yesterday, have allocated time. What is for statutory resolution seeking disapproval of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances amendment ordinance, Shreyans Kumar and others, and also the passing of the narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance amendment bill together, 2 hours. Statute resolution seeking disapproval of Central Vigilance Commission and also Central Vigilance Commission amendment bill, 3 hours to be discussed together. And then the statute resolution seeking disapproval of the Disease Special Police Establishment Act and also consideration passing of the Disease Police Establishment Bill 2021 after it's passed by Lok Sabha to replace ordinance, 2 hours. And consideration passing of the bill, the disapproval of the ordinance, together 3 hours, sorry. And the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research bill, after it's approved by Lok Sabha, 2 hours. Consideration passing of the following bills after they are passed by Lok Sabha. Farm Laws Repeal Bill, over. High Court and Supreme Court judges' salaries, 2 hours. Consideration amendment bill. Consideration of return of appropriation bill and second batch of supplementary demands after passed by Lok Sabha is 5 hours. And then consideration passing of supplement surrogacy regulation bill 2019 passed by Lok Sabha as reported by the Select Committee of Rajya Sabha. Consideration and passing of the assisted reproductive technology regulation bill to be discussed together, 3 hours. Sri Mallikarjun Kharge ji.
We'll take a short break here, but on the other side, we'll bring you details of today's proceedings in the Lok Sabha. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching our show House Highlights, where we bring you details of the proceedings in both houses. Let's now take a look at what happened in Lok Sabha today. Union Minister Kiren Rijiju introduced the High Court and Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of service Amendment Bill 2021 in the Lok Sabha. The bill amends the High Court judges' salaries and conditions of services Act 1954 and the Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of service Act 1958.
I wish to move for leave to introduce a bill further to amend the High Court judges' salaries and conditions of the Services Act 1954 and the Supreme Court judges' salaries and conditions of Services Act 1958.
प्रश्न ये है कि विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ गए, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में माननीय मंत्री विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करें।
I introduce the bill.
Shiv Sena MP Kalaben Delkar from Dadra and Nagar Haveli constituency took oath as the member of Lok Sabha. Delkar had won the by-poll from Dadra and Nagar Haveli, defeating both BJP and Congress candidates. The by-poll was called due to the demise of the sitting MP and Delkar's husband, Mohan Delkar.
मैं कलाबेन मोहन डेलकर जो लोकसभा की सदस्य निर्वाचित हुई हूँ, ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूँगी। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूँगी तथा जिस पद को मैं ग्रहण करने वाली हूँ उसके कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक निर्वहन करूँगी।
Question hour in the Lok Sabha saw BJP MP Kumar Pushpendra Singh Chandel seeking a reply on the lack of A2 milk in his constituency in Bundelkhand in Uttar Pradesh.
देसी गौवंश से जो उपलब्ध दूध है उसकी निरंतर उस पर कमी आ रही है। भारत सरकार ने बड़ा उस पर क्रांतिकारी कदम उठाया है और पूरे देश में हर जगह देसी गौवंश के दूध उत्पादन को लेकर के अनेक प्रकार के प्रयोजन किए हैं। बहुत माननीय मंत्री जी ने बहुत अच्छा उत्तर दिया है। बड़ी अनेकों योजनाएं चल रही हैं। मेरे बुंदेलखंड क्षेत्र में भी हर जगह गौशालाएं खोली गई हैं और A2 मिल्क जिसकी पूरी दुनिया में, पूरे देश में बहुत नितांत आवश्यकता महसूस की गई है। माननीय महोदय, मैं आपसे निवेदन करना, आपके माध्यम से मंत्री जी से निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि जो देशी गौवंश का जो A2 मिल्क है, क्या हमारे बुंदेलखंड क्षेत्र में भारत सरकार जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो महत्वाकांक्षी जो योजना है पोषण अभियान, कि हर व्यक्ति को पोषण मिल सके, हर बच्चे को मिल सके, क्या A2 मिल्क देसी गौवंश का राशन के माध्यम से निःशुल्क उपलब्ध कराने की योजना है?
A2 मिल्क की महत्व है बहुत पूरे देश में, और आज के दिन अगर आप देखेंगे तो शहरों में एक अलग कल्चर पैदा हुई है A2 मिल्क के लिए, चाहे उसका दूध हो या घी हो। कुछ प्रदेश सरकारों ने प्रयास भी किया है, गुजरात में प्रयास हुआ है कि दूध भी राष्ट्रीय पोषण में दिया जाए, लेकिन ये कार्य उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार का है। अभी उत्तर प्रदेश और बिहार के लिए कोऑपरेटिव बनाने के लिए एक स्कीम, जायका स्कीम केंद्र सरकार के द्वारा शुरू की गई है। अगर बुंदेलखंड के A2 मिल्क के लिए अलग से कोई प्रदेश सरकार से प्रस्ताव आता है नई कोऑपरेटिव बनाने का या मिल्क प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी बनाने का, तो केंद्र सरकार जायका के माध्यम से उसमें मदद कर सकती है।
कि जो देशी गौवंश को जब कोई बीमारी होती है उसको चिकित्सालय ले जाने में बड़ी असुविधा होती है। जब उस गौवंश को ले जाना पड़ता है और दूरी ज़्यादा होती है तो इलाज नहीं हो पाता है। मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से आपके माध्यम से जानना चाहता हूं, क्या भारत सरकार की ये योजना है कि उन चिकित्सालयों को हर गांव में या गांव के नज़दीक जहां पर दूरी ज़्यादा है, हर गांव में किसानों को उनके गौवंश के इलाज के लिए वहां पर उपलब्ध कराने की भारत सरकार की कोई योजना है?
आज़ादी के बाद पहली बार एक बहुत अच्छी स्कीम आई है, मोबाइल वेटनरी वैन की, क्लिनिक की कह सकते हैं आप। 2980 मोबाइल वेटनरी क्लिनिक पूरे देश में दिए जा रहे हैं। 476 करोड़ रुपए केंद्र सरकार ने प्रदेश सरकार को उपलब्ध कराए हैं। उसमें से 520 मोबाइल वेटनरी क्लिनिक उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए दिए गए हैं, और मुझे उम्मीद है कि इन मोबाइल वेटनरी क्लिनिक के माध्यम से बुंदेलखंड जैसे जो पिछड़े क्षेत्र हैं उनमें पशुपालकों को, जो गरीब पशुपालक हैं, उनके इलाज की सुविधा मिलेगी। और इन मोबाइल वेटनरी क्लिनिक को चलाने के लिए कि 60-40 के उसमें प्रदेश और केंद्र सरकार आगे मदद करेंगी। और ये इतनी बेहतरीन स्कीम है, मुझे लगता है कि मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एक गरीब पशुपालक के लिए इससे बेहतर कोई स्कीम नहीं हो सकती थी।
That's all we have in this edition of House Highlights. We'll come back again tomorrow with details of the proceedings in both houses of Parliament. Till then, keep watching Sunset Television. Thank you.